I am sitting in front of where in a couple of hours the annual candlelight vigil will be held by Centacare and the Sunshine Coast Council for all the DV victims that have been lost in the past year. I wanted to read a couple chapters of my book. I'll just be doing one for now because I think it's a really fitting chapter. This year's message or theme for the vigil is "Don't stand by, speak out," which I think is very fitting. In my experience, there was a lot of people that saw what was going on and didn't do a thing, or they justified it, and that really, really bothers me. This is something that I wrote that I think aligns perfectly with that message. It's called Scar Tissue, this chapter. There we go. Scar tissue. Emotional abuse is invisible. It doesn't leave bruises or scars that others can see. It lingers in silence, creeping into the corners of your mind, making you doubt yourself. It whispers, "You're overreacting. No one will believe you. It isn't that bad. Maybe he didn't mean it like that." I feel like my childhood was stolen from me, piece by piece, moment by moment, and no one even noticed. I remember sitting with my grandma, tears welling up as I tried to explain how he had made me feel. The suffocating weight of his words, the constant berating, the dismissiveness. She would smile gently, brushing my concerns away as if they were dust on a windowsill. "He loves you. It's normal for parents to fight with their children," she'd say. Normal, I'd wonder. How far does normal go? At what point does it stop being normal and start being cruel? But her words planted seeds of doubt. If this was normal, maybe I was the problem. Teachers, family, friends, some of them all chimed in. "Your dad loves you. You're so lucky to have a parent who cares." Their words left me hollow, my pain invalidated. No one ever stopped to ask if I was okay. They didn't notice the tension in my voice or the way my smile faltered when someone mentioned my family. It felt invisible, my struggles hidden behind closed doors and fake smiles. I love my dad. That's the part that makes it so complicated, isn't it? It's not black and white. I could hate how he made me feel, how he'd tear me down, and still love him to bits. That love kept me quiet. It made me endure. It convinced me to forgive over and over again because things always went back to normal. But normal wasn't kind. Normal was unpredictable. One minute we'd be laughing, joking, the next he'd snap. And no matter how much it hurt, I told myself it wasn't bad enough to tell anyone. I convinced myself I was too busy anyway. At 17, I was juggling more than most adults I knew. I worked 2 jobs, managed a traineeship, and studied business. I poured every ounce of my energy into excelling. I scored a scholarship for my course, I completed the traineeship, and I won state awards for finishing in record time. My drive to succeed became my shield, my way of saying, "Look at me, I'm not a victim. You cannot break me." I couldn't afford to look weak. I didn't want to be pitied or dismissed. I didn't want people whispering behind my back, calling me a victim. I was determined to prove to myself and the world that I was more than my circumstances. But I was so tired. All the time, I carried the weight of expectations, trying to be perfect, of holding myself together when all I wanted was to fall apart. And if I dared to complain, if I so much as mentioned as being tired,